Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we'll continue our adventures in the Norcrofts. We met Cyneswith and his son Sager, and after helping them out, well, we are ready to continue. We need to go to the tower of Minas Rant, where the Orcs have established settlement of sorts. So that's where we're headed right now. This tower is in the boundary. Give me a second. Take care of this guy. Leave me alone. Okay. So once again, this tower is in the boundary between the Norcrofts and the Ambush Vale. And it might seem we're about to leave the Norcrofts, but that's far from the truth. We we still have plenty of things to do before we leave. But before I go to Minas Rant, actually, let me double check this home, because you see in here a quest icon. I'm not sure if I missed something or if it's a bug or what. But no. Look there was a locket, a dull gold locket. I'm not sure how I missed it on the previous episode, but I'm glad I was able to find it now. That something told me that I needed to check this house once again, so that's why. This dull golden locket seems to have been forgotten by the house's previous inhabitants. On each side of the pendant you are able to distinguish a faintly etched name. The names read Mat Freya and Cyneswith. This locket may have once belonged to Cyneswith. Perhaps it would be worth bringing it to him to find out more about its history. Okay, was double checking there. I wasn't missing anything, but no, only the door now in the house, which is good. And with this done, we can proceed towards Minas Rant. You can see it there on the horizon. The Gondorian architecture kind of gives it away. So that's where we're headed. And afterwards, who knows, because the Epic wants us to go to Cliving, but we also have the town of Faltham to the south, between the Norcrofts and the Southcrofts. So I don't remember what's the flow after this, if we will go to Cliving first or to Faltham. I'm not sure, really. It's been a long time since I did any of this. So yeah, we gotta figure this out. A company of orcs has taken to the ruins of the ancient tower Minas Rant and have begun to use it as an outpost from which to attack the neighboring homes. So here we are now. Just need to defeat the orcs in here. And well, we also need to find the leader of these orcs in the tower. So let's see. Let's look for it. Let's see if we can apply some dots along the way, but it's kind of hard. Because defilers and scavengers are both ranged enemies, so it's not always, it's not fail-proof for at least for me, trying to apply my dots in a way that I can hit as many of them in the radius as I can, but it doesn't always work, especially with ranged enemies. But we have this now. And here we have the leader of these orcs, Zunum. Alright, he stands defeated. That's great. Now we're only missing one more orc in here. I think there should be at least one of them left. And in fact there are two inside the tower still, so no problem there. That's it. The number of orcs remaining at Minas Rant has been reduced due to your efforts. That's great. With this we can go back to Cyneswith now, to his farm, and we'll see what comes after this. So, this episode, you might remember on the previous episode we had some audio issues because the game audio and the microphone were not captured appropriately, and there are still some of these issues for some part of this episode. I'm gonna tell you when we reach that point. I was able to fix it somewhat, but not entirely. So once again, apologies if you find any weird audio things during this episode, but this will be the last one, I promise. Gotta make sure of that. This locket once belonged to my wife. I gave this to Matfreya as a gift, a symbol of our love for one another. With great sorrow, I recall that she was lost to us when the first orc attacks began in earnest. After fleeing our home, I thought, perhaps, to never have something to remember her with. Thank you for bringing this to me, Beriathan. It is a memento I shall treasure. Very welcome. I'm glad I was able to give this to you. Your actions have brought me some peace, for I know that a great measure of justice has been delivered. Once again, you have proven to be a warden without equal. We are ever in your debt, friend. So what do we have here? This helm might be useful. I believe it is time for us to part. The pain of my wound regresses, and I have gathered enough strength to walk for some distance. We will not remain safe here with the orcs about, and I must find better shelter to protect my son. Before we depart, it is worth noting that a Rohan scout from Cliving passed this way not long ago. He traveled south, searching for someone both savvy and skilled to help him with an important task. He requested my aid, but I explained that I would be more a hindrance than help to him. You have both the strength and courage to help others. Perhaps you would be a more capable assistant to him. May fortune follow you, friend. I can never truly repay what you have done for us. Just get to safety, you and your boy. That should be enough. Now let us look for this Rohan scout then. So here we are at the camp, Caddabrand's camp, and here we have Caddabrand, huntsman of Cliving. Okay, let's see. A hearty greeting to you, stranger. I have some rather important tasks that need carrying out, and I am in need of a savvy and skilled assistant. Before you decide, just know that it will be favorable for us both to work together. You stand before the esteemed Caddabrand, renowned tracker, game hunter, and personal scout to Reeve Athelward. I would like to offer you a rare and wonderful opportunity, the chance to become my apprentice. Working for Athelward awards much privilege and prestige, something a modest man such as yourself would be hard-pressed to find elsewhere. Prove your abilities to me, and there will be profit in this for us all. Let us begin with a simple task for an aspiring tracker. The hide of the Norcrofts brown bears can be sold to the nearby merchant for a meaningful sum, but convincing a bear to part with his hide is not without considerable danger. Gather a supply of bear hides and prove that you are more than a mere novice at hunting. Okay, well, I might be a novice at hunting, and for the record, that it's open up for debate. Because I think I have proved my skill a hunter, a somewhat capable hunter every now and then. But even if I were a novice at hunting, I would deem my position as a Citadel guard of Minas Tirith on the Tower of Achelion would award more honor and prestige than being the assistant of the personal huntsman for Reeve Athelward of Cliving. So, no thank you, Caddabrand. As tempting as that sounds, I'm not doing this for you. I think this will be helpful for the merchants that we met on the previous episode. And since I want to help them, I'm helping you to keep the trade open, to get them some extra provisions. But no, this is not for you. Alright. One stun, no biggie. Should be done now, should be done. Oh, come on, but you were already dead and just stunned me. Freaking bears, stop with that. You know what, Caddabrand? I'm still not doing this for you, but these birds do have it coming to them, so it's a little bit more personal now against them. But in any case, we will already have the height that we needed. So let us return to Caddabrand and let's see what he has to say. So I think this is the moment where I realized the audio issues that I was having, and I was able to fix the game audio. You will see that in just a moment. And I thought I had my microphone also sorted out, but it didn't work. So my voiceover is still being re-recorded, but the game audio will be back in just a second. And that will be a very welcome addition to this. There we go. Thank you very much. So here I am feeling bad with myself for not realizing this earlier. But, well, what's done is done. And now we just need to continue. Move on.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Did something disrupt your hunting? I would have expected the job finished with a bit more haste. But I suppose I cannot expect you to possess the speed of a professional such as myself. Nonetheless, the task is done, and you are still whole and hale. I wager you are ready for a more difficult challenge.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
In order to truly make a name for yourself, you will need to go after a much more noteworthy guild, and I just happen to know of such prey, Ambal the Wolf Mother. I have tracked her trail through the wardens west of here, but I will leave the rest to you. Ambal and her offspring have terrorized farmers and lone travelers for years. Were you to defeat her, you would surely gain recognition even among the nobles of Cliving. Just by chance, I know someone who would pay dearly to have Ambal mounted above his fireplace. Please bring back her head as a trophy, and damaged if it's not much trouble. Come on, yeah. You don't deserve the prestige that you have. I'm also already getting fed up with your attitude, so the sooner we get this done, the better. And once again, not doing this for Caddabrand, doing this for the people of Rohan, who could use the help, and Ambal disappearing. Caddabrand places value in animal hides that can be sold to merchants and traders. Fine wolf pelts should fetch a fair price and would likely be exactly the sort of thing that Caddabrand would offer a reward for. Well, we're already here, might as well do it. And here we have Ambal's den. So where is Ambal now? I don't see it. Where is Amble? We're on the western side of this den and there is no sign of her? Oh, okay. So he's up top, it seems. So how do I get there? Let us check over here. So let us grab these wolves. And still looking for a way up there. And where is it? Come on. Is this one? Yeah. Finally, we got it. Just getting rid of this wolf before fighting the Den Mother. To be safe, you know. Here we have Amble at last. And a lot of wolves. Are we done yet? Yes? Thank you. We have the trophy. Now let us look for an easy way out. Awesome. Back to Caddabrand once again. So Sword Ripper is to the southeast. But I think we will get better chances of fighting that warband when we do the quests around Faltham. So we're gonna hold on to that warband for a little bit longer. We'll fight it later. We'll get plenty of chances for that.
Welcome, my friend.
This is a remarkable trophy. Your work speaks for itself, and you are indeed worthy of my trust. When I deliver this to my charitable associates, I shall proudly explain how the Terror Amble was bravely bested by Beriathan, Caddabrand's apprentice. I am happy to give you this reward for the small part you played in removing this foe to many.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
Perhaps you are curious as to why I'm encamped here and not hunting orcs near Cliving. Allow me to explain, my dear apprentice. You see, I'm on a mission from Reeve Athelward himself. He has placed a rather large bounty on the head of an Uruk named Zúrsnaga, and I plan to collect on it. Zúrsnaga and his company unwittingly attacked the gates of Cliving in an attempt to infiltrate the city. Our riders destroyed the attacking force and sent Zúrsnaga fleeing south. Athelward was outraged by this attack and has demanded the Uruk be slain at any cost. I have reason to believe that Zúrsnaga has been hiding in a cave to the southwest beyond the wolf warrens. You have proven yourself rather skilled. I would not be opposed to letting you handle the Uruk if you are interested in sharing a portion of the bounty reward with me.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
These pack wolf pelts should fetch a fine price at market. You are quickly proving to be more capable than you at first appear to be. I certainly could have gathered these pelts myself had I not more important tasks at hand. Yet I do feel this warrants a suitable reward. Fine thinking on your part. Bite me. Sooner we end this, the better. I don't remember when was the last time we find a guy as arrogant as this one. What do we have here? Caddabrand has deemed you worthy of... Nah. Never ever gonna do that. Worst title ever. You notice Uruk tracks leading deeper into the cave? Okay. But before I go deeper into the cave, give me just a moment. I want to take a pictures in here because take a look at this cave. How amazing does it look? One of my favorite sites in Rohan, for sure. Okay, let us continue. The Uruk-hai rebels have carelessly left their weapons strewn about the cave they have inhabited. Removing the weapons from the covering would make things much more difficult for the enemy force. Okay. So here we have one. Oh, down they go. Another sword. And there's a way down here. So let us look. Is this at the end? No. No, the map continues here. And we have a troll. But this is at the end, for sure. Alright. So this was not the way. Gotta keep looking for Zúrsnaga. Another sword. To resist. Maybe I need more finesse. Another sword. Now, is this the right way? No, today seems to be especially laggy. We have another dead ending here. But we have the last sword. You have removed the weapons of a great many Uruk-hai, making it improbable for the forces here to ever mount an attack against the Rohirrim. Well, with the Orcs you can never be sure. That will make things harder for them, that's for certain. But I wouldn't take them for granted even if they don't have their weapons. Better safe than sorry, especially with them. Now, let us explore this corner over here. Here we have it, Zúrsnaga. Finally. Tease for a moment. I must know why the riders haunt me. It is because of the attack on Cliving? Because I broke my word? Disobeyed the wizard? What makes that city different from the others? Refusing to attack a city full of men? It makes me sick. I regret nothing. First you die, then all of Rohan will follow. What are you talking about? Found and defeated Zúrsnaga the Uruk. Let me double check everything he said, but it still doesn't make that much sense to me. I mean, that orc is kinda delusional in my opinion. You attack a town and do you expect people not to attack you back? Or what were you talking about exactly? That's not how it works. And even the music seems to reflect or imply this as well. Kinda whimsy, kinda funny. And now that we're going to Caddabrand, yeah, pretty fitting music as well. I think the last time I remember hearing this was when we talked with Rook back in Dunland. You remember? That guy was also highly delusional and full of himself.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Zúrsnaga is no more. Athelward will certainly be pleased to know this. I know not the meaning of Zúrsnaga words, but the ramblings of a deranged Uruk are of little concern to me. I cannot convey how fortunate I am to have an apprentice so quick to learn. Perhaps with enough training, you could even aspire to become as skilled as myself. Yeah, no, thank you. Just give me the helm and be done with it. Yeah, nothing else seems particularly interesting.
You have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
Your deeds have truly impressed me, Beriathan. I intend to remain here a while longer as I have some business with the merchants to the north, but you should be heading towards the capital. Have you forgotten the bounty you discussed? One of Athelward's men should be able to see to your payment. Travel north along the road into Cliving and seek out Friedhelm. Mention that you have assisted the one and only Caddabrand with Athelward's Uruk troubles, and he will see to your share of the reward. Well, but before I leave, I cannot hit you, so a slap will have to suffice. Stupid, arrogant child man. I wish so hard I had a fish lap right now, but sadly I don't have it, so there you go. Childish, absolutely. Rewarding? Oh, hell yes. So now we're making it towards Cliving. There you can see it on the horizon. Pretty amazing view if you ask me. Once again, the Norcrofts, an amazing area. So beautiful. Good talk. We can avoid him. We don't need to fight him again, please. There we go, there you can see it. We're getting there. Okay. Let us stick to the road. We're almost there. Almost there. Here we are at last. The town of Cliving, which I think it's my favorite town. Cliving is the most impressive sight. Now to find Reeve Athelward. Yeah, even the game seems to agree on this. Cliving is awesome. It always leaves me speechless. Just the entrance alone. It has a lot of personality and atmosphere. Really love this town. I think it's my favorite town in is Rohan, maybe the entire of Rohan. Quite possibly.
What brings you to these lands?
Greetings. What brings you to Cliving? Caddabrand? That braggart. I wager he convinced you to finish his task. The only thing greater than his sense of self-pride is his desire to profit from the labor of others. Here is your share. It is doubtless that you deserve it more. Yeah, that I do.
Rohirrim have need of your services.
I weep for the people of the Norcrofts. You have seen the dangers outside the walls of Cliving, and you have seen the death that lingers at our gates. Yet, the nobles living here are ignorant to these concerns, and continue on with petty squabbles and bickering. There is no greater waste of time and effort than these fools. I have tried to make them understand, but they refuse to listen to any authority save the Reeve himself. Perhaps they would listen to an outsider who speaks with reason. Help resolve their disputes, so that we may focus on the necessary preparations for the coming war. But first, let me grab the milestone, of course, and the stable master as well.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
And okay. So what now? Walnoth.
Rohirrim will need your aid.
Greetings. I do not recognize you. You are not from the Norcrofts? meaning that you are not the culprit and that you would be a perfect choice to help me. My name is Walnoth. I am a simple rider in service to Reeve Athelward, Theodet. Of late, we have discovered evidence of an attempted murder against the Reeve by way of poison. Athelward himself has put me in charge of the investigation, and I must uncover the culprit. There are few who would admire me for my intelligence or wisdom, but Athelward saw potential in me, and I do not want to disappoint him. Will you please help me? The first step will be to question the man who discovered the poison, Reeve Athelward's personal cook, Kettlegat. Right. But since we can go to the west first, should be one of the nobles around here. Ortwakir or Eisenit. Eisenit, okay.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Greetings, my name is Eisenit. My home is here in Cliving, but many of the people who now occupy our city are wayward farmers who have been forced from their homes and have taken refuge within the city walls. I have asked my neighbors to donate food and shelter to those who have fled and left behind their belongings. Many have given to the cause, but Giselman is ignoring my pleas. She plans to host a large feast in honor of Reeve Athelward, an action she hopes will increase her own renown, and she values her opinion in others above all else. There are people in dire need of rations, and she intends to foolishly host banquets for the wealthy. Giselman refuses to listen to me. She believes that I am jealous of her high esteem and considers my request as a tactic to undermine her affairs. Perhaps you might sway her decision. Suggests to her that the nobles would be a banquet to be distasteful, and that a charitable donation would be viewed more favorably among her peers. Okay, I like that idea. I think it's a good idea, so count on it. I'm in. So, where is Giselman? She should be around the corner. Over here. Yeah.
Our mission is dire.
May I help you? I am busy with preparations for an important banquet. You attempt to convince Giselman that giving to charity will increase her popularity among her nobles, more so than her feast. Well, I had not considered this. Oh dear, you are quite right. When others speak of me, they should be commenting on my kindness and generosity. Time is short. Will you help me? Please, speak to the butcher, cheesemaker, and baker of Cliving. Ask them to give much of the food intended for the banquet to Eisenit's collection instead. Alright, where are they? Where do we need to go? No. Here.
Our mission is dire.
More orders from Giselman. You informed the butcher that Giselman would like to donate a portion of her original purchase to the refugees. If she wishes to be charitable, I would be glad to help her. I will set aside a nice lot of fresh meat to be collected for that poor lot of farmers. Welcome. Have you come for something fresh? I have a lot of good things for sale, stranger.
What brings you to these lands?
You are here about Giselman's order. Yes, I am working hastily on assembling everything. You explained that Giselman has asked for a portion of her order be sent as charity to the poor. That is quite novel of her. I will have it done right away. And now the cheesemaker.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
The finest cheese in all of the Norcrofts for sale here. May I help you? You explained that Giselman wishes to donate a portion of food to charity. Giselman has had a change of heart? What a kind woman! I will be sure to send a portion of fine cheese to be donated on her behalf. Alright, well, what's important is that you are donating it. It doesn't matter whose name is the donation being made on.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Thank you for the thoughtful suggestion, Beriathan. You have saved me from making a terrible mistake. I have heard nothing but praise and admiration for my charitable efforts. I would not have guessed that such acts would be noticed and appreciated by others. Please, accept this as a token of my appreciation. Alright, so that's one. You have helped resolve Icenit's concerns. Alright, now we need to find Ortwakir and the cook, Helga. Where are any of these guys? Where are they? But now that we're here, let me talk to the Forge Master and reforge some of my items.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Worth it, agility or armor? We'll go with agility. And here, evade or endurance? Endurance, for sure, yeah. And that's it. Okay. Now, I wanted to stick to the parts of town, but that's a lot of road, so it's faster to cut it through it. However, before we continue what we were doing, give me just a moment. Yeah. Oh, I like this content so much. So girly, get in position, please. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's it. And with this, we can take some full pictures of ourselves in Cliving. How can you not love this? So great. It's a great town. Very different from the others. That's why I like it so much. So now it seems we need to go to the north. So in here, this is Ordwakir's home. Okay.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
The nerf of that fool, Trumsel. I paid for 2 candlesticks made of silver to be made, and Trumsel, the silversmith, promised they would be delivered to me days ago. I have no patience for excuses. I paid him well, and I expect him to keep his promise. Inform Trumsel that if I do not receive my candlesticks or repayment, whichever he chooses, I will have him thrown into the dungeon for taking my coin and giving nothing in return. Hey, that's kinda interesting. So, on one hand we had Icenit helping the poor, and now we have Ordwakir, which is more self-entitled and full of himself. A nice contrast. Very well done.
Our mission is dire.
I will help you in any way I can with your investigation. These circumstances are most unsettling. I found a strange file tucked behind the turnips in the back pantry. Upon further examination, we discovered that the liquid inside the file was highly poisonous. We believe that someone intended to secretly poison Reeve Athelward's food with the venom. Thankfully, none that have eaten my cooking have reported illness. I encourage you to inspect the file for yourself. So, tucked behind the turnips in the back pantry, okay. Caddabrand has encouraged you to investigate the poison file, yeah. The small glass vial is filled with a transparent liquid. The indescribable odors cause you to feel lightheaded. Now we need to return to Walnoth with news about this. And also look for Trumsel and the candlesticks too. Let us go. Okay, yeah, see, Walnoth is here for the poison investigation.
Will you aid the horse lords?
We are blessed that none who have eaten from the kitchen have shown signs of illness. I must resolve this treachery before another attempt is made on Reeve Athelward, or before word spreads among his people. Who would want to cause harm to such a noble ruler? I do not know what to make of this poison, Beriathan. I am no expert on such things, but I have never seen another like it. Fortunately, a wise mind of potions and medicine, Mildrith, resides here in Cliving, who may be able to aid us. Seek out Mildrith and ask his counsel on the matter. From sale on the Merchant Square, seems, yeah. Let us go back to it. Here he is.
Time is short, and so is hope.
I understand that Orwak here is angry about not receiving his candlesticks, but I simply cannot make them without the proper mouldings. I was expecting a set of mouldings sent from Edoras, but have received no shipments for many days. Please speak to the quartermaster and see if he knows when my shipment of mouldings from Edoras might arrive. Oh, it seems the quartermaster is around here? Oh no, this is Mildrith's house. Okay. I thought this was a quartermaster. What? Oh my god. Mildrith lies wounded on the floor and moving. Oh my god. Mildrith has perished from a series of wounds. So, the murder weapon. But look at this. The blood is dripping from up above. God, this... this is the first time I realized this, I think. And this is thick. In both senses of the word. This is amazing and disturbing at the same time. The attention to detail, but... oh, come on, my god. This dagger appears to fit the size of the wounds and is covered in blood. We'll need to bring this to Walnoth. How cool was that? But disturbing, yeah. Poor Mildrith. The intrigue thickens. And we are caught in the middle.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
You were sent seeking answers and you returned with a dagger. You described to Walnoth the scene you encountered within Mildrith's home. This must be the result of murder. It means that we are on the correct trail, but losing Mildrith does not bode well for us. He could have been the key to understanding this poison, and now he lies dead. Thank you for your help thus far, Beriathan. I must ponder other avenues for us to consider. Okay. Okay, so... things are cranking up in Cliving. We still have things to do here, but I think we'll leave it at here for today. Join me next time and we'll continue our investigation about these murders and all the other things we need to do. For the time being, this has been this episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.